Started.
Okay, thanks. I love you too. Alright, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for sticking around. So today, we're doing a little bit of a different video, and it's going to be Spotify Wrapped chooses my TBR. And I won't lie, I'm a little nervous. I don't know how it's going to turn out, and if it's even going to be stuff I want to read, but we're going to try our best. So, I'm going to put up some graphics of what my Spotify Wrapped looked like this year. So the first one is that it said that I listened for 15,735 minutes this year. So my thought is we're going to try and find a book with 15,000 ratings on my TBR, preferably, right? Okay, let's go into my books. I think the easiest way to do this will be to look at average ratings. I think 15,000 sounds like a realistic average rating. So let's see. Okay, and if I scroll down, I've got a few. Oh, there's only one that has 15,000 ratings. And that is The Shadowland. Okay, I want to look into this one. This one's by Elizabeth Kostova. I hope I'm saying that right. She wrote one of the books that I actually read earlier this year, The Historian. It's a really well-known book. This one is set in Bulgaria, which my husband has been to, so I think he'll be excited if I read this one and tell him a little bit about it. And I remember some of the stuff from The Historian, like, included some things from Bulgaria, and I would mention it to him, and he was like, yeah, I forgot they did that there. So I think it'll be a good time. So the first one on our list, or on my TBR, is The Shadowland. Alright, next on the Spotify Wrapped, it says my biggest listening day was April 12th with 431 minutes. So I'm going to do a caveat first of all. So I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I have like up to 7 prompts that I'm going to be looking up. And I'm going to give myself one opt-out. If like something just does not seem interesting, I'm going to give myself a pass. But the other ones, I'll need to read. So my biggest listening day was April 12th. So I'm thinking I'm going to look up maybe an author with a name April. So we're just going to see what comes up. There's an April Henry, April Genevieve Tcholke, April Asher, April Hunt. Actually, there's one called Not the Witch You Wed. That one looks kind of cute. I literally know nothing about it. I remember some of April Genevieve Tcholke's works being like kind of popular back in like 2016, 2017. And there's one on here that I've read by April and Pike Wings, but that, oh my gosh, I read that like in middle school. I'm definitely not rereading that. Fated to the Wolf Prince. It says it's an Omega story though, so I'm probably gonna pass on that. The Boneless Mercies is an option. I'm gonna look into a little bit more on Not the Witch You Wed, and a fake relationship between a magicless witch and a wolf shifter turns to more in the start of a bewitching new paranormal rom-com series. And actually, it came out in 2022. So I'm gonna see if I can find if I can read this like Audible or on Kindle Unlimited. I'll see if I can find it, and I think this will be the next pick. Alright, our next prompt is that I apparently played 1,409 songs this year. So, I want to see if I can find any books published on January 4th of 2009. So we're just gonna Google January 4th, 2009. Oh, I should probably include books or book releases. That might help. Okay. Looks like there's a few. Okay. The Christmas Sweater by Glenn Beck. Scarpetta by Patricia Cornwell. I don't recognize any of this so far. The Host. Did that really come out? Oh my gosh, that actually came out on January 4th, 2009. I already read that. That feels like cheating, but if there's nothing else interesting, I might take the L on this one, or take my cop out. Change of Heart by Jodi Picoult. Oh, World Without End by Ken Follett. Oh. Or The Shack by William P. Young. Okay, I'm going to tentatively maybe choose The World Without End by Ken Follett. That's going to be our next one. We'll see how that... I've had that like as a tentative idea of something I might read one day for a long time. A lot of Ken Follett's books are kind of in that realm of like, maybe I'll read it one day, but probably more when I'm like willing to read that big of a chonker, you know? Anyway, okay. January 9th, or January 4th, 2009. We've got one. Okay, all right, the next prompt, as we can see, my top song was apparently When You're Gone by Shawn Mendes. Honestly, don't know where that came from. I think I was a little in the feels at the beginning of this year. I didn't realize I'd played it that often though. So that's kind of surprising. I honestly thought it was going to be a Taylor Swift song, not gonna lie. So I'm going to see if I can find a book with the same title. So we're going to just do some searching. When You're Gone. Let's see what comes up. Okay, there's When You're Gone by Marguerite O'Callaghan. When You're Gone by Brooke Harris. When You're Gone by Abby Millsaps. Okay. When You're Gone by Brooke Harris. Okay, that I think that's definitely an option. This sounds like something I would actually like really enjoy reading. It's historical fiction, romance. It came out in 2019. I'm gonna see if I can find this one as well. All right, our next category includes my top songs, which of course number 1 was When You're Gone. Number 2, I'm With You, Easy, Bloom, and You're on Your Own, Kid. I'm honestly surprised by some of these. I did not think I listened to most of these that often this year, but I guess I did. So I'm gonna see if I can find a book with one of those words in the title. So obviously we already did When You're Gone. I'm gonna look up I'm With You. There's a When I'm With You by Harper Sloan. When I'm With You by Monica McCallan. There's just an I'm With You by Allie Frost. Oh, let's keep looking. Nothing like is immediately jumping out. Let's try Bloom. There is a graphic novel, Bloom, by Kevin Panetta. Or To Bleed a Crystal Bloom. Maybe. I'm gonna try Easy. I feel like there's Atomic Habits, an easy and proven way to build good habits and break bad ones. That could work. I'm not opposed to reading that. There's Easy by Tamara Weber. Oh, there's Out of the Easy by Ruta Sepetys. I think that could be a really good one to put on this TBR. I've had interest in potentially reading that for years, and have just never done it. I think that could be really fun. Okay, we're gonna put that one on the TBR. So that's number what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 5, number 4, number 5. I think 4. We'll find out. All right. Next prompt. My top artist was Taylor Swift. No one, least of all my husband, is surprised by this one. I did see a Goodreads article earlier that was like books based off of like Taylor Swift lyrics or something like that. Let me see if I can find it again. Let's see. Every book Taylor Swift has read. Books Taylor Swift has mentioned. Inspired. Books, the popular books that inspired Taylor Swift books. That feels a little, a lot in one. Dang it. No, I know I saw it. I mean, we could do a book either that Taylor Swift has mentioned or Taylor Swift has read. Books Taylor Swift has mentioned, has read. I saw there was one about like lyrics. Or even a book that like references Taylor Swift a lot could work. Okay, books Taylor Swift has mentioned. Rebecca comes up actually. That could be a good pick. Rebecca, Normal People. I haven't read that either. Rebecca could work, maybe. Let's see if we can find one that has lyrics. Taylor Swift lyrics as book titles. This could be better. Oh, okay. Here we have like Never Ever Getting Back Together by Sophie Gonzalez. This Is Me Trying by Raquel Marie. Begin Again by Emma Lord. Actually, oh, we're gonna open that and look at that. I Wish You Would. Call It What You Want. Snow on the Beach. Hey, actually, it's December 19th. If I can find that one, I might do that one. Enchanted to Meet You by Meg Cabot. That could be fun. Meg Cabot has some good stuff that I've enjoyed. Invisible String. Actually, I love that song. I might look at that one just because I love the song. I Think He Knows. Miss Perfectly Fine. Okay, let's look at a few of these. So Begin Again. Andy Rose has a planned transfer from community college to the hyper-competitive Blue Ridge State, major in psychology. Okay. Her rocky relationship with her boyfriend Connor only gets more complicated when she discovers he transferred out of Blue Ridge to her community college. Oh, okay. Begin Again by Emma Lord. That one sounds good. Let's Snow on the Beach. Okay. She gets a thoughtful gift from a secret admirer. I don't know, this one's not calling to me. Let's look at Enchanted to Meet You, a witchy rom-com. I'm not sure about that one either. Okay. Visible string. Two rival teachers must work together to save their after-school clubs. That is not interesting to me at all. Okay, there's also one called 'Tis the Damn Season. A Hollywood starlet caught in a scandal. The boy she never got over. A Christmas season they'll never forget. That has an average rating of 3.27. Which, like, obviously, like, I know we don't always trust that, but also that does not sound interesting to me at all. So that's too bad. That sounded like a potentially cool thing to read for this time of year. But alas. There's also one called Miss Perfectly Fine by Kate Callahan. Autumn wants the house, but Elijah wants her. She's a famous concert pianist, making her solo come back to this stage after a tragic accident. She can't afford any distractions. Of all the things that could go wrong, she never expected her landlord to rent out the ground floor of her home to Elijah Wells, a game designer in the midst of building his own company. That's not bad. That doesn't sound too bad. But I think I'm just gonna stick with Begin Again by Emma Lord. That one's honestly calling to me more than I thought it would. So we're gonna go with that one. All right, our last potential prompt is this. These are some of my top artists from the year. So we have Taylor Swift, Niall Horan, Ben Platt, the Jonas Brothers, and Christopher. Which, honestly, if you haven't listened to any of them, especially Christopher, because he's more of a European artist, then obviously the other ones are more well known. I would absolutely recommend listening to some of his songs. They're fantastic. But anyway, I digress. To make a prompt out of this one, I was thinking we could look up some of their names and see if we can come up with any books, preferably already on my TBR. That would be great. So let's look up, so we already did Taylor Swift, so let's go to my want to read shelf, which only has, well, I guess we could search all books. Let's start here. I feel like Niall and Horn probably isn't gonna come up with much. Let's try Ben and Platt. So I'm gonna try Ben. Okay, Audrey Wait by Robin Benway is actually on my TBR, and I have it just right up there. So that could be an option because I would actually have it physically, which would be nice. Oh, Daughter of No Worlds by Carissa Broadbent. I'm literally in the middle of that audiobook right now, so that could be nice because it could give me the oomph to finish it. I could even potentially put like the second book of that series on there on the TBR. I might do that. Yeah, let's Okay, I think this is what we'll do. We're gonna put Daughter of No Worlds on there, but since I'm already technically reading it for no prompt at all, just because I wanted to read it, we're also gonna put tentatively Audrey Wait on it, and I'm going to read at least the first chapter and see if I want to continue that one. That one's been on my TBR for years. It's actually on Goodreads. It says it's been on my TBR since 2019. That's a hot minute. It's like almost five years. More than that? It's been more than 5 years. It's been 5.5 years that it's been sitting there. Okay, yeah, so we're gonna try this one out, and I'll decide if I'm actually gonna keep it or if I'm gonna be donating it. I'm gonna be unhauling it. So that could be that's pretty fun. All right, we've got our prompts. These are the books that we're choosing from, and I guess we'll see how it goes. I will get back to you with an updated video in about a month, and we will see how reading all of these went. I make no promises about how well this turns out. I'm actually kind of concerned about some of them, But I'm also kind of excited. It's pushing me out of my comfort zone, and I'm going to be reading some that I've been putting off for a hot minute. So, I hope you stick around for the second half of this video to see how this TBR went for me, and I hope it has mercy on me. But anyway, thanks for joining, and I'll see you next time. Bye.